So I just got the rear brake pads, and the rear brake pads were sensor that we're gonna replace now. But before replacing them, we're gonna put something under front tires to make sure the car is not gonna roll back, and we're gonna make sure the parking brake is released. So I'm gonna turn on the ignition. As you can see now, parking brake it's applied. Now we're gonna press down, release it. Parking brake released. I'm gonna slide it to neutral, so the car is gonna slightly slide back until the wheels are gonna touch that wood blocks. So now we can turn off the ignition and remove the tire. Now we're gonna remove this cap, the bottom cap. I'm gonna loosen the wire for the brake pad sensor, and we're gonna remove the sensor from here. We'll need a hex bit. This is number 7. I already loosened it. I'm gonna take it out completely. And this is how that pin looks like. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna remove the bottom one. The bottom pin removed as well. And now we can remove the caliper. Actually, before removing this part of the caliper, we need to remove this spring that is holding it in place. So we're gonna remove this spring, and after we're gonna pull it out. So we press on it in, and after we can pull it out like this. One side and another side as well. I'm gonna press it in, and with another screwdriver you can pull it out from here, because right here it's a pin that goes in, actually like this. So the spring is out, and this part is become loose, as you can see. So now slowly we can pull it out. Nope. This is the sensor is broke, but that's okay, because we're gonna replace it with another one. So I'm not worried about that. The sensor goes right here, and as you can see, the brake pad is completely gone. Just a little bit left. And this is another one. So inner one, it's worn out more. Outer one, there is still a little bit left, but also not a big difference. Here it's an electrical motor that is applying the parking brake. We don't have a scan tool, so in order to retract it, you can remove the actuator itself and turn in that pin, or we're gonna screw in this piston until it stops, and after we're gonna be able slowly to press it in. If you're gonna press it directly, you're gonna break the actuator, so we'll need to spin it until it stops, and after we're gonna be able to push it in. Let me show you. So we're gonna use pliers like this, and you spin it this way until it stops. I already spin it, now it's at the end. I'm gonna spin it just a little bit back, and now we can apply pressure and push it in. As you can see, our piston goes in easily. This is the easiest way to do it. Just look how easy it goes. Okay, you see, it's all the way in. See, our piston is retracted. Now we can just install the new brake pads and install the caliper back. So once you apply the first time parking brake, the electronic control unit is gonna calibrate itself and will calculate the distance and adjust the piston accordingly to the new brake pads. So now let's install. So as you can see, one of them has this edge where the sensor goes. So this one we're gonna install inside, and the second one is gonna go outside. The one with the sensor is inside all the time. I forgot to mention something. The inner brake pad where the sensor goes, it has this spring as well, so you need to compress the spring. Not compress, just install it in. And this is probably what is not allowing it to vibrate, holding it tight in place. So this is how it goes. This is the inner brake pad, and this is how the spring goes on it. So install it in. You install the caliper, and after you slide in the sensor. I try to do it with one hand. Not sure if it's gonna work, but let's try. Okay, so the caliper it's in. Now we can install the spring right here. This one. Spring goes like this, and like this. Up, 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 up. And now I need a screwdriver. Oh, it's a little hard with one hand. Probably I'll need both of them. Like this, and you press it in. Oh, I did it. I did it with one hand. Now we're gonna tighten back these two pins. So we have the upper pin. Here we have the lower pin. Pull out the connector of the sensor. And we're gonna disconnect it from this side as well. Let's try to pull it out. You see, the sensor is out. Now we're gonna install our new sensor. The upper connector is connected. Here it's on the bracket. Here it's on the bracket. And now we can connect it. As you can see, that is the spring that is holding it in place, not allowing it to vibrate and make any noise. And here is attached under this cap as well. As you can see, it's holding it in place like this. So it's secure. Now I can put the tire back. Now I'm gonna apply the parking brake, see if it's gonna calibrate itself. And now I'm gonna apply the parking brake. So as you can see, right now parking brake is applied. I cannot move the brake rotor, so I'm gonna release it now. I'm gonna press it down, release it. And as you can see, now it's released and I can spin the brake rotor. We're gonna apply it one more time. So now it's applied and I'm not gonna be able to move a brake rotor. Yep, so now I can put the wheel back. Now I'm gonna press and hold it. Reset, release, press and hold it. Reset in progress. Reset successful. That's good. So reset impossible. Okay. Let's see if we still have it here. Vehicle info, vehicle status. So we have no more brake warning light. We have only low gas, and that's it. No more warning lights. Perfect. Now we're gonna connect the OBD scanner and delete the fault codes from the history. So now we're gonna delete the second code as well. As you can see, brake pad, wear sensor, rear axle. So now we're gonna clear the codes. Let's see how it goes. Turning off the ignition, please wait. Ignition is off. Now wait 4 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Turning ignition on. As you can see, the scanner is doing it automatically. And let's see. Codes cleared. Good. Let's read it one more time. Formidable. No more fault codes. So I just tested the parking brake on the downhill. The parking brake is working, the brake are working.